Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. So with our last results video, we're all caught up on boxes that we were able to hoard before the pennies were discontinued in February. So we're down to our last 14 boxes here. And if you remember back from our video in February, this box here is full of 2011 Canadian pennies, so we won't need to coin roll hunt that box. So really, we're down to our last 13 boxes to coin roll hunt for Canadian pennies. I'm going to get started on this box here, and if we take a look at it, these are really the type of rolls that I love to see. Again, if you've seen our previous videos, any of these sort of rolls that are just wrapped with loose leaf paper, they're hopefully rolls that people have decided to bring back to the bank that they had lying around, and hopefully they have some pretty old coins in them. Even these paper wrapped customer rolls have usually turned out pretty good for us as well. So I'm going to go through these now. Hopefully they're not too bad, especially considering we're down to our last 13. Hopefully we can pull out some older coins and get a decent copper percentage as well. So I'll sort through these and I'll show you the results. Be back in a bit. Alright everyone, finally made it through that box. That one took me a little bit longer than usual. I'm not really sure why, but let's get right into the results here. In total for copper pennies, we had 852, which was about 34%, and that pretty much just keeps with my little theory that on average now, during the last 3 years since we began coin roll hunting pennies, the average of copper pennies has decreased from 40 to about 35%. So again, a little bit lower, but for the individual years that we collect, for the 1982 to 1996 Canadian pennies, we had 489. These are the 1953 to 1979 Canadian pennies, and there was 243 of those. Next, we have our 80 and 81 Canadian pennies, and there was 60 altogether. And lastly, here's our pre-1982 American pennies, and we had 60 of those as well. So again, not too bad. I'm just going to weigh them up here. I think we might be a little bit lighter than our usual 5 pounds of copper. Again, I'll just throw these on here. And we actually got a little bit more, again, probably just a little bit slightly over 5 pounds in total, so that's great. Even though the percentages seem to be dropping a little bit, we're still getting over our 5 pounds of copper. So that's great, especially as we're getting down to our last couple of boxes. But let's look at some of the older coins that we found. And there weren't too many, unfortunately, of the King George VI and American wheat pennies. Starting with our first wheat penny, we had 2 of them. And the first one is a 1944D, and the second one is a 1956 with a D mint mark as well. So 2 cool D mint marks on those wheat pennies. Next we had 3 King George VI Canadian pennies, and first we were able to get another 1939. It's always great to find the pre-1940 King George VI. We don't have too many of those in relation to the 40s and 50s. There's a little bit of a kind of dirty 1941 and a great condition 1946, so I was really happy to see that one. Again, too, as we always get, we have some 1982 American cents, and there's 9 of those in total. And as I mentioned in my last video, I'm starting to put off to the side the really brilliant, close to uncirculated. Again, of course, these were all in circulation. But as you can see, I hope my camera can pick it up, these are all really great condition pennies, actually. I was really excited to get a couple of these in each box. First, we have a 1960, a 1973, a really nice 1975, and the last one, a 1979. And then these 2 I'm really happy to see as well. These are the Centennial 1967s. There was 2 of those, and the one on the left is in really good condition here. And for some reason, these are really fetching a high premium on eBay. So if you have some of these 1967 pennies, particularly if they're in really good condition, just set those off to the side because they're really going for a high price on eBay. So make sure you separate those and keep them for their numismatic value rather than their copper value. But that's it for this box here, guys. Again, we're down to about 13 boxes in total, 12 that we'll sort for their copper, just because one's all, as I mentioned earlier, the 2011 uncirculated pennies. But again, me and my brother are trying to do our commentary videos. I'm still looking for a way that we can both record our voices so we can kind of do them together. Right now we'll just keep it to one at a time since there are quite a few videos that I would like to put out in the next couple of days. So we'll work on that and hopefully we can get up some commentaries with the both of us pretty soon. But that's it for now, guys. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that's always greatly appreciated. And thanks for watching as always. I'll see you next video. Bye for now.